Hey, what's up, guys? I am here to talk about the new hot racing aluminum 17 millimeter hex hubs with the 10 millimeter offset for the 4S trucks that Arrma makes. I run these on my 3S, on my Big Rock Crew Cab and my Granite, but those would not fit on this truck because of the wheel stub or wheel axle, whatever you want to call this right here. The barrel nuts that hold these on were too small for the other ones. So I guess they came out with larger barrel nuts, and and they made these, which is pretty cool. And the reason why I'm not really concerned about the 10 millimeter, extension on either side. This truck is kind of wide enough for me. But what I am concerned about are these the original stock hex nuts here, which are or hexes, which are just they feel so cheap, and the way they're held on with these flanged 8 millimeter nuts. I just think this is a recipe for disaster. Plus, you got to use to tighten these things up. I don't know if any of you guys have tried it, but when you use the 8 millimeter part of your T wrench, it just slips and slides all over this thing. You can't tell if you're getting it tight enough, and the next thing you know, you're gonna have a stripped out, wheel. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these and, uh, and see how this goes. Okay, so here is what you get in the package. You get the four hexes slash extenders with the covers. They're on. The covers are on these. You get four of these barrel nuts, and you get four pins. And you want to make note of these pins. I can look it up on their website and see what the size is. But if you ever lose one of these or break one of these, you're going to have to go and get creative to get another one because you can't just email or call Hot Race and ask for one because apparently nobody works there because nobody they just they don't respond to any communication whatsoever. So keep that in mind. It's not hard. I mean, you can just find any sort of longer pins and just cut them down. Or I've done it for the other ones on my 3S rigs. And the last thing they give you is a 4 millimeter, Allen key here, which you can just throw in the garbage. I used this the first time and it rounded off all the edges. It's not very good. So I actually have my own. And if you have a driver, that would be great. I just don't have a 4 millimeter driver. So what we're going to do to get these on, it's pretty simple. You're just going to take off the old ones. You're going to remove this little set screw. You're going to pull this off, and then you're going to pull the pin out. So let me put my phone down, and I'll do that. Okay, so I got the stock hex off. One thing I noticed is that the stock pin is pretty much the same size as the hot racing one. So it might be a hair longer, but it should work. So definitely hold on to those pins in case you ever break one of these. So this is also a good time to change your bearings. I've already done that. Because once you get the hot racing extenders on there, you're going to Loctite the barrel nut that holds them on, and you can't change these bearings without taking that back off. And once you Loctite something on, you want to let it cure for 24 hours, and you want to just every time you got to re-Loctite it, you really should wait. Otherwise, the Loctite isn't going to work. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're just going to take the new pin. Hold on, I'm going to do this one-handed. If I can figure it, if I can do this. Hold on. Come on. All right, you're going to put the pin in. And get it nice and even here. Come on. And then you take your extender, and on this side you'll see what it looks like there. And you're just gonna get that to focus. Sorry about that. And you're just gonna fit that on, over the pin. And it helps if you hold this side of the shaft while you push it on. Get it on there as good as you can, and then you're gonna take your barrel nut, which one side you'll see. Hold on. Come on, focus. I don't know if you can see this. One side's threaded and one side has got the the hex, where you put your hex wrench. Man, this thing will not focus. There you go. This is the hex wrench side. So you're gonna then put that down the middle of this, screw it onto that with some Loctite, crank it down, and there you go. So let me go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. All right, so there you have it. It actually went on nice. If your truck is a little older and has been used, these the wheel hubs, wheel axles can get a little dirty. You want to make sure they're nice and clean, and if they are, these will slide right on. So make sure you clean them up so you get them on there good. You might use a little silicone spray too to help get them on there, because this is soft aluminum. It's not the guy. It's been one of my biggest complaints with the hot racing products, is that their aluminum is kind of on the soft side. So if these things get jammed on there, which they did on my 3S rigs, you have to start prying them off once you take the barrel nut off, and it just really just beats the hell out of the aluminum. So in any event, so now you have a much better hex to put your wheel onto. Let me put the phone down for a second. There, so you have a much better contact point instead of using those these 8mm nuts, and then you have the cover acts as the what's going to hold it on. Now you could use your a regular nut from any other your 17 any other 17mm nut, but you want to use this one, and I'll tell you why. Because if that barrel nut does happen to loosen and work its way off, it's going to get captured inside of here, and you won't lose it. All right. If you're just using a regular nut, that's going to come out, it's going to be gone, and then once again, good luck trying to find one of these or trying to get one out of hot racing. So anyway, I'm going to finish it all up and give you one last view of the truck with the extenders on. Okay, so here is the final product with the adapters on. You can definitely see it picked up some width. And yeah, I bought these not for the additional width. I actually, I bought them because I just wanted, a better system of keeping my tire on. I did not like what Arrma did with these 8mm flanged nuts. So when I saw that Hot Racing came out with them for these trucks, that's where I decided to go. So, the added width is nice. I mean, it's not, I never had an issue traction rolling this thing, or haven't had one yet, I should say. I mean, I've only run it like 3 or 4 times, but the width is definitely going to help. I mean, this really gives it a nice mean stance. So anyway, guys, this is definitely, I feel, worth it. Again, it's the Hot Racing aluminum 17mm Hex hubs, 10mm offset for the Arrma 110 4S BLX trucks. There's the part number. It's TFF17XT01. So there you have it. So all right, guys. I hope you have a great day. It's still it's only like 6 o'clock in the morning where I am, but I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd get up and make a video. So enjoy your day, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.